Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the warm-up for 410. That's Thursday, April 10th. Your warm-up today was asking about a question, would you want to live near a plate boundary? Now, any answer could be correct. You could say, yes, I want to live near a plate boundary. Or you could say, no, I don't want to live near a plate boundary. But what we're looking for the claim is it needs to answer the question. You don't need to explain why in this particular place. You just need to answer the question in a complete sentence. So again, you could say, yes, I want to live near a plate boundary, or no, I would not like to live near a plate boundary. Your evidence, these are things that explain why living at a plate boundary would or would not make you want to live near one. So this would be like evidence. So it's got to be facts about what happens at plate boundaries. That has to be facts in your evidence spot. And then the reasoning is where you explain why those facts are good or bad for living at plate boundaries. Let's take a look at two examples. Oop, no. All right, so option 1 and option 2, we've got two CERs here. One isn't terrible, but one is absolutely wonderful. So we're going to take a look at option 1 first, and we're going to compare them side by side. Option 1, their answer to the question is, would you want to live near a plate boundary? They said no. Now, they technically answered the question, but there's no context there. I don't know exactly what they're saying no to. So option 2 says, no, I would not like to live near a plate boundary. That is a great claim. It's specific. It's telling the reader everything they need to know about your response. So make sure when you're doing a CER today, maybe on your test, you have a complete sentence for your claim. Now, the evidence, again, should be facts. If we're talking about plate boundaries, tell me what you know about plate boundaries. For option 1, they say plate boundaries are dumb and dangerous. This is not a fact. This is just subjective opinions. This is terrible evidence. You would not get points for this as evidence. If we take a look at option 2, it says plate boundaries have earthquakes, and near water, they could have tsunamis. Convergent boundaries also have volcanoes. These are facts. It's saying exactly what happens at plate boundaries. There's no judgment here. It's not my opinion. It's just this is what happens. This is great evidence. Full points for option number 2. Now let's go to our reasoning. Our reasoning is actually where we explain why our facts either convince us that our claim is correct or that are the best argument for convincing others that our claim is correct. So here for the evidence, plate boundaries have earthquakes and volcanoes. Here is some fantastic reasoning for that. Natural disasters like these are caused when plates move or bump into each other due to convection currents in the asthenosphere. While it might be fun to experience an earthquake or see a volcano from a distance, the uncertainty of when they will occur or how badly they will be makes me not want to live near one. This is A+ reasoning, everybody. They explain why the plates are moving. They explain why I'm nervous about living near there. This is like a high-level reasoning. I might see this from maybe 8th grader, maybe one of my high schoolers. I don't expect your reasoning to be quite at this level. It could be. That would be great. But I am looking for you to explain what happens or what might cause those plate boundaries. And then why does that make you not want to live near one? You have to tie it back to your claim. The reasoning that we have for option 1 says earthquakes occur at plate boundaries, and I find plate boundaries scary. Now, this I would say is baby reasoning. It technically has your evidence and reasoning all smashed together because earthquakes occur at plate boundaries. This should actually be in their evidence because that is evidence. It's saying for a fact what happens. And then they're explaining, I find plate boundaries scary. Now, the reason that this is not full points for reasoning is it doesn't say why they find them scary, but it's kind of implied in the sentence. They're saying earthquakes occur there. I find plate boundaries scary. What would make this stronger reasoning is earthquakes, I think, can be scary, and we find those at plate boundaries. That would be a better reasoning because it's saying specifically that the earthquakes are what's causing them to be scared and that those occur at plate boundaries. So these are just two examples to help you prepare for your test. Just make sure you do your best at explaining, and when in doubt, use all your drawings, everybody. So today what you'll be doing for the next 20 minutes or so is you'll be making sure that your one-pagers are good to go. So you have completed the warm-up now. You'll get about 25 minutes to work on your one-pagers. At 1:45, you will start to take the test. So when you're working on your one-pager, I strongly recommend pictures. Can't recommend that enough. Quiz each other on topics. Help prepare each other for what's going to happen. There is a quiz bowl in our Schoology page. So if you go to our Schoology page, you click on week 10, the quiz bowl is right there. So if you want to go back and look at some of those practice questions, help each other out, quiz each other, that is a great way to review and get ready for this test. If you go to that quiz bowl, all the answers are in there for you too. So that is something you can do if your one pager is already done in this time period. And then during the test, the only thing out should be your one pager. There's no talking during the test. Do your best. We'll do test corrections next week. And once you're done, remember you should do something solo and silent. Let everybody do their best. If you would like optional calm music to play during the test, it's up here in the corner. You can just ask Mrs. Gibson to turn it on for you. Believe in your awesomeness, everybody. You're going to do a great job today. Thank you for all your hard work, and good luck.